Students at the University of the West of Scotland are being encouraged to take time out from their exam revision and de-stress in the newly built community garden. Volunteers will meet every Wednesday between 12:30 and 2:30 at the garden site between the Almada and Caird buildings. It is hoped that the outdoor area will bring many benefits to students and staff at the university.
There was already a garden on this site when I first came to UWS, and it had been started by one of the transition projects which were funded by the Climate Challenge Fund and ran through the Students' Association. So there were 4 small square raised beds, and they'd been made by volunteers, staff and students, and it was sort of a fledgling garden. It was great, but SOAS had the opportunity to get this more funding and with it expand the garden and try and embed it more into the culture in Hamilton. I think it's great on so many different levels. It's a great opportunity to come and learn, to come and maybe do something a wee bit different from your coursework. So learn how to grow vegetables, growing herbs. It's really satisfying. Eating something which you've grown yourself is just so good, and it tastes obviously a lot better than supermarket stuff. There's the environmental aspect to it, obviously reducing people's carbon footprints instead of buying air freighted goods from overseas, and it gives people a chance to, I don't know, I guess people don't spend so much time outside nowadays, and very therapeutic, stress busting for students. Well, we've got lots of plans. There's some potatoes in already, some rhubarb. We just put peas in today. We've got a herb bed over here, so at the moment there's rosemary, chives and dill in there, but we hope to have all sorts of things: mint, parsley, sage, coriander, but vegetables mainly, and planting for biodiversity where possible, so having flowers to attract pollinators, and maybe we can get involved slightly around the garden site in habitat creation and that kind of thing.
Maybe the people that are staying in the student accommodation wouldn't have to spend so much money. They could come down here and plant their own vegetables and use them instead of having to go out and buy some.
Community garden would be really good for students to relieve stress and just get away from their studies, to go down and sit in the garden, maybe plant a couple of small seeds and maybe actually wait for a wee plant to grow. I think it would be good to relieve stress, and especially if people have got a lot of exams and coursework going on, and it's even a nice day outside, it'd be good to sit by a little garden with other students. It'd be good. And I've actually spoke to other people as well, and they've spoke about it and said it'd actually be a good idea. They've also thought it would be good to kind of, especially on good days, it'd be sunny and you could actually get out and socialise with other people, other students that you usually wouldn't socialise with. And the likes of gardening, it's well known, it's very, very therapeutic, and a lot of people do enjoy it.
In conversation with Melanie, I discovered that what they wanted to do was build a community garden here for the use of staff, students, etc. So we managed to get some funding together, and I contracted a couple of contractors to come in and give us a price for doing the area you see behind us here. So that was where it started, and in conjunction with Melanie we decided what we wanted, discussed it with the contractor, and they came out and told us what we could have, what we could do, and this is a result of it here. We've built it in such a way that it's got access for the people with mobility issues. They've got access to the gardens, and we've also got a couple of people in here who are they do garden, or they have their own allotments, so they've supplied some guidance as well. But it'll be a benefit to the students and the staff who like doing gardening, who like growing vegetables, and they'll be able to use this basically all year round. We've did that hard, but they need to do the upkeep now, do the maintenance.
Anyone wishing to volunteer in the University of the West of Scotland Community Gardens at either the Hamilton, Ayr or Paisley campus should email Melanie Hall at melanie.hall@sauws.org.uk.